Let's go. Let's get it started today. What's up, baby? How you doing? Okay, so this is Lucas Shirley Hip Hop Podcast, or the Lucas Shirley Hip Hop Show, number 3, I believe. So big freaking music came out this week or this past couple weeks that I like to review. 3 main artists that I want to review. I might get on tangents, and if this seems boring to you, just go ahead, fuck off, and turn off your camera. Go find something else, or go jerk off to Pornhub. I don't care. Anyways, so I'm going to start with Jack Harlow, man. Jack, and I'm talking to you. Like, hopefully they see this. I'm talking to him. Jack, dude. Album was fire, man. My expectations for you were exceeded. I think that's the right word to use. Dude, you met my standards, man, as a fan. I know you probably don't give a shit because I'm in my mom's basement or whatever. But, dude, seriously, it is crazy because I found you from, shout out to O.T. Timmons, I found you through somebody, or O.T. Timmons in 2018 when you really, no one knew you. But your style, man, was so unique, it was so funky, and I'm not going to lie. Not a lot of funky white boys out there. Usually they kind of just bandwagon off Eminem and kind of do like that drum beat flow, dude. You had none of that, man. And I know you're a listener of Eminem, which, you know, I hate to band white rappers together like that because, you know, it's kind of pointless to do because, like, Mac Miller and G-Eazy, they're completely different artists, right? It's just good to look at it as just an artist's perspective. But unfortunately, the way things are, you know, similar people get categorized as just like lyricists. There's people in the middle. Like here's where I come from, right? Is that there's always there's like the people who are the popular group, then there's the lyricist group, right? And those two people, like for example, let's give Little Baby and let's give what is a good lyricist out? Joyner Lucas, right? You got people who had their own deal, but then everyone started copying off of them, and they became the kings of their own categories. And at one point, they were in the middle doing their own thing, but they were so big, people copied off them. You got people like Cudi, Kanye, and just big artists who are in the middle who just are untouchable to follow. If that makes sense, hopefully you guys are following up with me. You definitely have your own style, man. And it's crazy because you mention artists that you like, and I hear it's always fun when people first come out. You hear a little bit of that artist influence within the artist, right? Within the album. Like I said, I feel like I heard a little bit of I heard a little bit of Drake. I heard a little bit of Wayne in there. You know what I mean? But I love how funky the album is, man. It's incredible, dude. I can't say I've heard anything like it, and you're doing great, man. Keep going. I think you know, and I don't just a news flash to everyone. I'm not gonna ever talk negative about an artist here, because if I just don't like the artist, I'm just not gonna talk about them because I don't want to shit on another artist. I'll talk about the artwork, right? And even if I don't listen to an artist or I don't really like them that much, if they put out good stuff, I'm still going to review it because it's art, right? So I'll unbiasedly as I can review stuff, not like just shit on your artwork, right? So you putting out the same day that Cudi put out his album, I think took a lot. I wouldn't say it took a lot from the album, but it took a lot of eyes away from you, unfortunately. But dude, it's your debut album, man. Which is fucking awesome, dude. I mean, from start to finish, it all had one sound to it, which I love when an album isn't just all over the place. It's just a fluent album. My favorite song on there is, and if Cudi, I'd just like to say, if Cudi didn't drop his album, I feel like, dude, all the eyes would be on you right now. Also, if M didn't drop his B-side album as well, I think all the smoke would be coming to you, man. But there really is no but as I was saying, my favorite song on there was Keep It Light, man. I loved it because, you know, not a lot of people can relate to that situation. And some people can, in a sense, I guess, if someone, is getting congratulated or is not a lot of people can relate to having that high of status and coming from, from a place like Kentucky. Not a lot of people have made it out of where you live, at least I assume. And all your friends, just, maybe being a little bit jealous and stuff like that. Just the way you put it, man, it was almost like, man, I'm speaking my mind now. And I try to keep it light for you guys because I love you guys because that's the person I am. And you don't come off as like a cocky dude. You come off as a very confident guy, from what I've seen in interviews. So I think that explains you very well, man. You really represented yourself well in that song. And the artistic side of it was great. And then the next song, Cream, was awesome, very funky. The Two Girls, or whatever it's called, with Chris Brown was great too. The whole album, man. I also like how I don't want to spoil it, but you put a little part at the end there for people who haven't watched it or listened to it. I guess isn't really spoilers, but it kind of is. Spoiler alert, you put a little something in the back at the end there, and I thought that was really great because hearing that from someone you're related to or someone important to you, hearing that message at the end of a song, I think people really related to that part because, right there just shows who you are, where you come from, and, how driven you are as a person. And just like, I don't want to give away too much, but as it said, and then to the message, like, if you're anything like me, there's always something more. And I think what this album said overall, I'm going to finish up here and move on to the next thing. What this album said was, hey, I'm here for the long run. You're not just coming out of the gate you're coming out of the gate strong, but you're not like, you're not like some other people's debuts where they come out and it's the best shit ever and then they can't amount to it. I think you're playing the slow game. I think it's smart, man, because, dude, I really think you have some classics you're going to put out, man. I can't, it's just too new for me to call this debut album a classic, but, I know you have it in you. I know you're going to put out you're going to put out some classics. Moving on to my favorite fucking part, and so I would save the best for last, but I'm going to save the best in the middle because M put out a B-side, and I want to end with that. Man, Cudi, Kid Cudi, man, dude, I love you. Thank you so much for coming out with that album. You were teasing us with, like, the Scots, with the records you had with M, Adventures of Moon Man and Slim Shady, and then Leader of the Delinquents. And what I liked about it was, I think Moon Man and Slim Shady was the most related to what you put out in this album. But I think overall, we really just didn't know what to expect. We knew it was Moon Man Part 3, or Man on the Moon 3. So we knew kind of what to expect, but, like, dude, I mean, you're an artist, man, and the thing about artists like you, especially you, because here's the thing about you, Cudi, is that, like, I know you, no one's in your lane, and there's not a lot of, you got lyricists, you got rappers, you got the popular guys, you got the city girls and Cardi B, stuff like that, dude. You create classics out the ass, man. You just make them. And there's guys like you who, for one, you're in it for the long run. For two, no one sounds like you. Zero people. No one will ever sound like Kid Cudi. There will be people influenced by you. You could hear that. Guys like Travis Scott, who sounds like himself. Well, I feel like he kind of sounds like a mixture between you and Kanye. But Travis sounds like himself, man. There's like Pursuit of Happiness, Day and Night, all those great songs you made, Solo Dolo, Marijuana, all of those songs that are just classics from you, man, those could come out, I swear to God, from the beginning of rap, 1980, 1990, 2000, 2010, 2000, any time that those songs could come out, they could come out today and still be a fucking classic. Doesn't matter what the trend or what anything sounds like, because sonically it sounds like nothing else, and those are the albums I look for. those are the albums that I believe that they catch on. They're just different from everyone else. They're not sounding like anyone else. They're not following anyone else. And those are the artists that break through. And dude, you've been in this game for a long time, and dude, you put out something that was crazy. You definitely excelled my standards for this album and all your fans. Everyone loves this album. I haven't heard one bad review, not that I give a shit. But as an art piece, dude, from you putting movies in there, movie clips in there, which was awesome. It really, like, I'm not a Scott Pilgrim. I didn't really watch Scott Pilgrim a whole lot, but I thought that was awesome in there. I know you've done like a little play on Scott Pilgrim as well, and the Stand By Me thing. I know I'm spoiling it. I'm sorry for the spoiler alert. But dude, that was just incredible, man. It was fucking insane. Just how you just flowed with the album, and like I said, it still sounded like nothing. It sounded like Cudi. No one's ever gonna sound like that. And even like the I believe the fourth track. So it goes. I think She Knows This. Kind of sounded like it had a style to it that matched what people put out today, and it felt great. It still felt like Cudi. Nothing ever took away from it. And I heard a rumor that Will Smith helped you with that song. I want to look more into that and speak with someone else about that who knows music very well. Awesome, dude. That was incredible. My favorite song in the album, dude. I love the album. Like, when I look at your album, I look at it as a whole, first off. But you definitely created some classics on this. Let me go back and just look. I'm terrible at remembering names of these songs. Okay. Tequila Shots and Another Day are by far my favorite songs. I loved I love every song. Sad People, probably my third favorite. What's it called? Elsa's Baby Boy, awesome. I mean, those are like my 3-4 favorite. The rest, all like literally insane. All at the same level. I love so much. I also loved that. So when I listened to it the first time, it was amazing all the way through, start to finish. And it was just a vibe, man, and it felt great. And trippy, right? But it's crazy because there will be songs that I hear that catch my ear that are towards the end of the album, because I tend to forget songs at the end of the album. Because it seemed like all your like more popular songs are at the top of the album, right? And then the ending is more like, I wouldn't say blends in, because I don't want to call any songs bland because they're far from that. But you know, they're not going to be as popular as the top ones, right? It's crazy because I come back to those songs that I kind of forget about. I'm like, wait a minute, which song was this? And I look, and that's another thing, is the reason why I forget is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, because there's so much into each song, that you forget a part and you just missed it. You're like, holy shit, this was incredible. So coming back to like I think it was September 16th, or it was the moon. My buddy, shout out Marshall Eberts, he really likes the Pale Moonlight. That one was, I heard that in the Florida Kids and stuff like that towards the end of the album. Like, I listened to it, I'm like, holy shit, this is just as good as the top. I missed it. I missed how good these last half of the album was. So, dude, solid album. I do believe, I can confidently say, I think this is going to be a classic, man. I really think this is going to be a classic. You know, and it's always hard to beat songs like your old songs, like Pursuit of Happiness and Day and Night and stuff like that. It's always hard when you just make bangers like that, man, to like surpass that ceiling. And I think you did in a way with the album as a whole. But I don't know, dude. It's crazy hearing these songs. It really gives me the chills just listening to this album. And I hope that's really what you want to hear, man. If you ever look into my video, I don't know if you ever will, but it's nice hearing from an artist that you grew up with, listening to as a kid, and now in my 20s, I'm still listening to you, and you're still killing it, and you're still creating classics, man. Classic songs, classic albums. Great. So, I hate, so my last thing I wanted, I guess probably won't be my last thing, because I like to blabber on, but this is what I gotta say, man. Before you think I'm trying to dish you or something like that, chill. I loved Kamikaze when it came out, right? I wasn't, like, I think Revival just wasn't what the fans expected, right? So I feel like because it's not what the fans expected, people didn't gravitate towards it. So that's why I think it got so trashed on. Because like you said, it was a little too tamed. You came out with Kamikaze, and dude, you blew the, like, that was probably the third or fourth most influential album of 2018 was Kamikaze, because for one, you got all the beefs you got into. You won the beefs, in my opinion. And I think by popular demand, you won with MGK. And that whole album, it's just like, when I heard The Ringer, I was like, oh, he's back. He's back. And I think everyone felt that way, especially stans and people who even weren't fans. Or Fairweather fans, as you would say, came back and go, holy shit, this is like the Marshall Mathers LP in another generation. And that's how I felt about Kamikaze. Like, not saying it was to the standards of Marshall Mathers LP, but the when you came out, The Ringer, man, was crazy. Music to Be Murdered By, I loved. Not as much as Kamikaze, but I really love Music to Be Murdered By. I mean, dude, you're my favorite artist of all time. Just before you get mad at anything I'm saying. Music to Be Murdered By was amazing, but I didn't like it as much as Kamikaze because I felt like there were certain flows. It really felt like you were trying new. It's like you almost, okay, it's like, if this is what it felt like. You didn't fully get it with Revival because you came back after 4 years, right? We've done this before, Relapse, even though I think Relapse is a fucking classic and a hidden gem. It just took forever for people to catch on. Then you come out with Kamikaze, and people were like, oh shit, M's back, and you just shocked the world. And but you're still getting hate, right, for it, because that's just you. You're always getting hate because you're just so controversial. But that's what we wanted. We wanted you to diss everybody. Like, that's what we all were expecting. Then you come out with Music to Be Murdered By, and it was like, okay, shit. He's getting the hang of this new generation of rap. Because just like I was saying with Cudi, dude, you have Marshall Mathers LP, which is a timeless album. Same here. Could come out any time of any decade and still go diamond. I really do think that album could go diamond. Same with the Eminem Show, and same with Recovery. Even though Recovery, I would say Recovery is timeless and a classic. I would say 100% Recovery is a classic, but sonically it sounds like 2010, whereas Relapse, Eminem Show, Marshall Mathers LP sonically sound like nothing else, right? I think Recovery fit 2010, but still a classic, dude. I'd say you have 3 or 4 or 5 classics, man. So, and also Marshall Mathers LP 2, I think I believe is a classic as well, with Rap God and stuff like that, right? But there was something missing, in my opinion, from Marshall Mathers, or from MTMB. I thought it was outstanding, and I felt like this is back to what I was saying. Revival, you didn't get it. Kamikaze, you blew our minds. You started, you came out with the new shit, understanding the new way of rap and how things work with flows and testing new flows. Like, you were testing new territory. You had new beats, new everything, and you made an album, and I'm referring to Music to Be Murdered By, where you're just trying new flows with this new style of rap, and it's working, and maybe there's some flows that people are gravitating towards, and there's some rhymes that people are gravitating towards, but then you came out with this fucking B-side of the album that is fucking amazing, dude. I'm 100%. It's a B-side to a fucking album, and you came out with this shit? This shit was insane, dude. I am 100%. Like, it feels like you finally, and you don't take this in any way possible. I'm talking to you like you're gonna hear this, but you got it. Like, as far as I'm concerned, as far as everyone who, you look at all the reviews and by far popular demand, you nailed it. You literally experimented, because that's what artists like you and Cudi and Nas and fucking just a bunch of other artists, Kanye, do. It's like, I'm trying, I'm doing different things because I'm an artist and that's what I'm supposed to do, and then you fucking nail it and it's beautiful. And this B-side to this album, man, it gives me chills because it feels like, and this is what it feels like, from start to finish, your flows, it's like you took all these flows that people loved, that we've been hearing. First off, I want to say, when I heard the song with you and Kid Cudi, The Moon Man and Slim Shady, I think you nailed it. I think you fucking nailed it. And when I listened to it, I was like, this could go either really bad or really good. And the flow that I heard was fucking crazy. It blew my socks off amazing. And I just think it's like you finally figured out your flows with this new era, man. And it's just, you found out what people are going to gravitate towards. And I think you nailed it with the Cudi song. And I don't know if you were making the album during that time or after. But after that, and a couple other features. Bang, the song you did with Conaway, and the song you did with Fat Joe. You nailed it with the flows. But the Cudi is like it's like you're hammered and finally you fucking hit the nail on the head. And when you come out with this B-side, dude, every song is phenomenal. There is not one trash song on this album. You know, MTV A-side, I could throw away a couple songs in my opinion, but and I'm not trashing that. You know, every song's good, right? But the B-side, dude, 10 out of 10 album. 10 out of 10 album, and I know I'm biased because I'm probably the biggest stan out there. I swear to God I am. And I don't give a shit. You can make fun of me. I'm a white boy. But, dude, I mean, from the Alfred's theme, the Book of Rhymes, Tone Deaf, Nat, all of these, Zeus, I mean, was by Zeus, and then you end the album, you end the album with the Relapse, because here's the thing, people finally caught on to your old album Relapse, right? So you're like, oh, people are actually like those accents now. I was always a fan, but people love the accents now because it finally caught on to how sonically crazy it was. You brought it back and killed it, bro. It was like old. It's like I looked into a time capsule. The fucking no, yes, no, yes, no. That was the old classic bro, and we loved it. And dude, I'm telling you, you're hearing this from a fucking fan and what the people want. This is what the people want right here, dude. Fuck all the other shit, dude. Fuck all the other shit. If you're still gonna be making till you fucking die, right? Rap. Because you're the fucking rap god. You already declared it. You already put your fucking nuts on the table and said it. This, as if right now, is what we're looking for. Is this B-side, bro. I don't know how else to say it. You took every fucking flow that everyone gravitated towards, everyone liked it, and made it catchy as hell. Made everyone do this with every single fucking song. Okay? Also, the fucking punchlines are just like boop, 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 boop. Right? Like and that's another thing with, like, you know, when Wayne comes out, Wayne, that's all he does is punchlines, right? That's all Lil Wayne does is punchlines. So when a crazy album like No Ceilings, was it 3 come out? Or mixtape, I guess, comes out, and you know, when you hear New Wayne, it's just like punchline after punchline. You came with the thunder with all the punchlines, dude, and the metaphors, bro. It just was pop, 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 pop. So on a lyrical standpoint, fucking A+, flow A+, creativity A+, like you made us laugh again, man. You made us laugh again. The whole pausing and the, oh wait, I'm Diddy's side bitch. Oh no, I'm still his side bitch. The key skit made us laugh. The bringing back old M, the discombobulating, dude, this was perfect. Perfect fucking album, man. This B-side was the best work I think you've done since Marshall Mathers LP 2. Personally, as a fan, I like this better than Marshall Mathers LP 2, but I don't think it's as good of an, and I'm talking specifically about the B-side. I'm not talking about the A-side. I think Marshall Mathers LP 2, I would have to give it. It's a classic. You had Rap God and stuff on there. It came out in a time that it could come out, and it was phenomenal. So I would say that's a better album. But dude, this was just, I'm telling you, man. And the fact that you brought Dre back on this shit with that one song, Guns Blazing, was crazy. I looked at all the songs Dre produced, and I can't remember all of them. I know that's one of them. And Discombobulating, obviously, because I know he pretty much produced all of Relapse from what I remember. Crazy, man. Crazy shit. I'm just saying, I hope you see this, and I hope you continue to do this shit, man. Because I'm telling you, this is what we want. You know what I mean? This is what we fucking want. And I know you get annoyed, but, like, out of I just get so, because out of everything, out of people just shit talking you and how big you've been for years, you are getting disrespected, you're fucking tired of it, and you to come out with some shit like this just makes me so happy for you, man, as a stan. Dude, keep doing what you're doing, please, dude, please, because this B-side is fucking incredible. It's not like any other, dude. For a lyricist to keep up with the game, I'd say, dude, you and Nas are killing it, bro. Because Nas came out with that album, and even though I'm really not the biggest fan of Nas, and this is not, I think Nas is by far probably I put him as second best lyricist of all time on my category, but I don't really like to do that on here. Nas is one of the best lyricists of all time. That album that came out was amazing, right? It sounded like the times. But you, man, you have so high expectations, and so people are always going to be on your jock about shit. And I just like this. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm old. Suck my dick. Suck my balls. I don't give a fuck. My beard's weird. Fuck you, MGK. Don't say shit about my daughter. Fucking these crazy flows that you're doing. Dude, you figured out how to flow over these beats like no other. Like no one else, man. No one else. That fucking, dude, I'm about to go through every fucking song. And dude, turn it off if you don't want to hear me fucking just go crazy. Because, first off, the Black Magic song was great. Alfred's theme was amazing, dude. Like, oh, God, oh, fuck. The beats are timeless, man. The beats in Alfred's theme and Book of Rhymes to me are fucking timeless, and Tone Deaf those three. They kind of lump together almost because they are just like so different within each other, and they're timeless beats. Dun, dun, dun. And then Favorite Bitch with Ty Dolla $ign threw me off. Didn't never think you guys would collab. Amazing. I loved the concept. Guns Blazing. Dude, this is the thing. You and Dre need to come out with a collab album. That's all I'm going to say of how good this fucking song is. If you and Dre make a collab album, that will be the cherry on top of your career. Everyone will shit their fucking pants. It's all I want to say. If anyone you need to listen to, it's me. Just saying. Nat, a banger. You made a perfect one to make a music video for, and I loved how you switched up the beat. Higher was fucking crazy. These Demons was crazy. She Loves Me, phenomenal, right? Killer, I thought Killer was wild how you made this. This DA got that dope. I know he's one of your producers now, man, because you're making hits with this guy, and that is definitely, I would call that a hit, man. I really would. Zeus, man. Let's talk about Zeus, dude. Zeus. You came out the gate with Zeus. I think that was a great way to finish your album with Zeus and Discombobulating, because Zeus was just fit the album, and it just was like, she says that I'm trash, but she listens to Tekashi. Like, it felt like like what you did on Kamikaze, it felt like you brought it over here, but with how your knowledge is now about the new era and just nailed it. And then I already went on my rant about Discombobulated. Right when I heard that fucking beat, dude, I went crazy. I went fucking crazy because I was like, oh shit, Relapse 2. So yeah, sorry I just went on like a fucking 20-minute rant about Eminem's B-side. That obviously was like, I don't know. I know it sounds like M was like my favorite album out this week. Or this past, but it actually, I'd say I'm pretty tied with Man on the Moon and Eminem's album. And Jack Harlow, that's the order I'd put it in. Is, because Cudi, man, we haven't heard Cudi in a minute. And it's just great hearing from you, dude. It is fucking great hearing from you, man. I'm going to have to go back to him because, dude, I had your album on repeat for like 4 days, man. It was incredible. And the only reason why I didn't really go too much into Cudi's album was because there's so much into it artistically that it's hard to review. Really hard to review. Man, but you really put me on another planet with this album, dude. And the fact that you ended it with "to be continued." Sorry I'm giving spoilers, but that was great, dude. Everything about this album was amazing. Everything, man. More music to listen to, man. So, I gotta say, this guy, I don't know him very well, but I found this song called Deep in Freestyle. I don't know if I could play it on here without getting in trouble, but Deep in Freestyle is by this guy named, I believe, Sleepy Hollow. I don't know. I haven't really looked into his music, but this song is incredible because he kind of did what Nas did with "Cop Shot the Kid, Cop Shot the Kid, Cop Shot the Kid," and rapped over it. I think when someone does that in rap, where they take like a little lyric or like a little hook or something like that, and then just repeat it, make it a beat, and rap over it, it has to be hard because you're rapping over someone rapping, and that is the beat. Which is fucking insane. So this one goes off the deep end, go off the deep end, off the deep end. I wonder if I can play it for a little bit. We'll see if I get in trouble. Fuck it, I don't care. Okay, that's all I'm gonna play because you listen to this, go home. It's by Sleepy Hollow. It's called Deep in Freestyle, and this dude just nails it, bro. Nails it. Also, I love how you Kid Cudi back to Kid Cudi. Sorry, my ADHD's kicking in, but Cudi, I love how you had Pop Smoke on there. That was amazing, dude. Also, thanks for fucking. I'm glad you mentioned R.I.P. to King Von because I know you noticed him because of how good of a storyteller he was. But yeah, Cudi, dude, having Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke is still my all-time favorite album of this year. It's coming to an end, so if I'm going to be honest, my top favorite albums, I don't know for sure. I'm probably going to have to go again, but it's looking like it's Pop Smoke's album, 21 Savage's album, Kid Cudi's album, and Eminem's B-side album. I think those are my four, and then probably I want to say Jack Harlow's album, but honestly I haven't listened to it as much as I've liked to because there's been so much big artists coming out, and even including Jack, man, because his debut album is just, it's a really good album, man. You guys need to check it out. Dude, let's look at some new music because I want to get this to 45 minutes. If you don't want to listen, go fuck yourself. Oh, dude, here, Cordae, bro. Cordae. I wanted, when Martian was in here, I wanted to talk about this, but Cordae, man, the Parable song was insane, bro. Insane. I am on Stan level with you because that song, I'm not gonna say it's as influential as songs like Stan or songs like you know, you know. I'm trying to think of other songs. Songs like let's see here, like "Dirt Off the Shoulder," or songs like just classic songs. I'm not gonna say, but dude, that song coming out, in my opinion, man, the Parables, of how hard it goes, because you are also in this category of. First off, I want to say I've been listening to you since day one. I was listening to your freestyles, okay, and I told everyone, dude, this guy's gonna sign to someone big. Then when I saw a picture with you and Dre like months later, I was like, holy fuck you, I called it. This dude's amazing. And then your first album, oh god, I fucking loved. But Cordae, man, the Parable song, you're opening a gate to heaven. You're opening a gate to being a GOAT, bro. Mark my fucking words, 36-18. Lucas Shirley says that Cordae will be a certified GOAT. I'm not going to name what year because I think it's going to take you a minute because you're coming up slow, which is okay. But you are coming up so fucking good, man. This song, The Parables, opened up a gate. I got to look who produced it. I think I did a while ago because this song is just crazy. And I would love to hear more from you and this guy. And there were songs like this on your album, but not to this level of how fucking just deep. This is the thing, man. This is what separates guys like Tupac from everyone else. Tupac is not the best rapper, right? Tupac cannot rap as good as guys like Biggie, MJ. It's just not. He's not as good as an MC. But what makes him better than those guys? Because I do think Pac is way better than those guys. So hold your fucking horses and calm down before you get crazy. What separates Pac, and 50 Cent actually said this in his book, and it makes so much sense. What separates Pac from these guys is the passion he puts. Pac is a true poet, man. He puts so much passion into every rhyme, every lyric, every harmony, every single hook, every little bit, bar, everything in his song. He says it with more passion than any other rapper of any time, right? Any rapper, there's no more passionate rapper than Tupac. And no one more real than him, which makes him like the GOAT of the GOATs, in my opinion. I felt a lot of passion in this song, dude. The Parables by Cordae. You're not YBN anymore. So Cordae, there's a lot of fucking passion in this song. And I think and I don't like comparing other rappers to other rappers because people get mad. People tend to get mad. But the way I see you coming up, I feel like you're going to be coming up like Jay-Z, man. Maybe, I don't know how you do, like, business and stuff like that. I don't know, like, if that's your thing. But Jay is always able to do... Jay came up very killing the game slowly and was always on top, but never, like... Always like, oh, Jay's the number one artist, Jay's the number one artist. But didn't get that respect till recently of how long he's been in the game of being a legend. I really think you're going to go down as a legend, man, and a GOAT. Because Jay is now a certified fucking... He's been a certified GOAT for a long time. Like, Jay has been a GOAT for a long fucking time, but he hasn't been a living legend. You know, a lot of people got named legends really early, and Jay was just not one of them. I think that's going to be you, man. I think... I hope I'm wrong, but I do believe that you're going to come up and be a legend. Sorry, garage door's opening, for those of you concerned. I do think that you're going to be a living legend in at least 20 years, man. But yeah. So let's wrap this up. I'm at 40 minutes. Thank you guys for listening to me blabble on. I hope this does good. I hope you guys like it. If not, I might not do any more solo dolo for the rap show, but I will continue the hip hop show. Thank you guys.